Hello, Meghna, we can start the proceedings.
Okay, Dasha. Good evening to one and all present in this auspicious occasion of IEEE Site Day presented by IEEE AP-MTTS SBC IIT Kharagpur. Myself, Meghna Das, a volunteer of IEEE Site Assam team, and I am going to host today's special webinar. In the year 2020, the Site Steering Committee of IEEE decided to celebrate 28th of April as Site Day in recognition of the first Site group petition submission and to foster a spirit of community for the global Site network, increase awareness of IEEE Site within IEEE, promote the opportunity to support Site financially, and to celebrate the impact the Site volunteers and groups are making. The agenda for this special webinar is as follows. Welcome address by Dr. Dixit, invited talk by Dr. Acharya, keynote lecture by Dr. Urfi, release of video and lab manual, address by IEEE Kharagpur Section Site Chair, panel discussion by the school principals, volunteering experience, vote of thanks. I would like to take the privilege to welcome the two speakers and scholars of the webinar, Dr. Shukla Acharya and Dr. Anish Ben Arfi, faculties of IEEE Kharagpur section, the principals of the schools, faculty of Hijli College Kharagpur, and Tezpur University. Thank you everyone for gracing this event with your presence. It's an honor for us to have you all today in this webinar. We have Dr. Vivek Dixit, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal among us. I would like to request him to give the welcome address to everyone present here. Sir, over to you now.
Okay, thank you, Meghna. And thank you, Pallav, for this nice arrangement. You have invited two dignitaries to give their talk. So first of all, the first talk will be given by Dr. Shukla Acharya. So Dr. Shukla Acharya, we welcome you and we thank you for accepting our invitation. Dr. Shukla Acharya is currently a lecturer at Dibrugarh University in Assam in India. She obtained her PhD from Dibrugarh University in 2010. Her research involves the topics of earth surface processes, fluvial system and disaster management, and quantification of catchment process, surface hydrology, channel processes, and sediment transportation, river response to climate, tectonics, and anthropogenic effects, stream management, remote sensing, and GIS application, flood disaster management. She has authored the books Geomorphological Study of the Bhogdoi River Basin, Assam, and it is published from Lambert Academic Publishing House. She has also authored several research papers published in various national and international journals. She is also a member of various national and international scientific organizations, including the International Association of Hydrological Science. She also serves reviewer for various national and international journals and is the editorial board member of Woodpecker Journal of Agricultural Research and Reviews. So let us welcome Dr. Shukla Acharya. Dr. Anish is scheduled after Dr. Shukla Acharya, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Anish has also joined us.
Okay, so we also welcome Dr. Anish Ben Arfi. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And so I also have your biodata here, so maybe I can read it also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Dr. Anish Ben Arfi received his PhD from the University of Calgary and currently works at Analog Devices in Ottawa, where he focuses on 5G wireless systems and digital processing algorithms. Anish has been involved in IEEE humanitarian technology since 2014. He found his passion volunteering with IEEE Southern Alberta section and serves as a 2015 IEEE Southern Alberta Site Chair. From 2018, he has been leading the IEEE Canada Humanitarian Initiative and has been instrumental in organizing events, encouraging projects, as well as giving lectures. He also volunteers with IEEE Ottawa section, IEEE HKN, IEEE MTTS, IEEE Rising Stars Conference. Anis has participated in several national and international events and conferences and then has won prestigious awards. So let us welcome Dr. Anis Ben Arpi, and let's hear a talk from Dr. Sukla Acharji. Thank you very much. So, madam, you may start.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you, Vibin, for the nice introduction.
Thank you.
So, thanks for the invitation, and a very good evening to all the esteemed members and the students. I shall be presenting, on the initiative towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goal by our university. So first, I want to, start with our mission. Dibrugarh University mission. It's to impart value-oriented education and skill-based training that foster leadership traits of the learners, thus generating sustainable development, social harmony, and peace. So we are working on this mission, and let's see what we have done. So basically speaking on the quality of education, that is SDG 4, what we have done. Okay? So we started our work in 2013. With the students, it was just an informal talk when we discussed about the social issues and others, there's sanitation and hygiene issues in and around our university campus and other town areas or slum areas. Then we decided to form a group and we named it as Eco Restoration Squad group, and we called the members as Eco Restoration Squad members. And with little and much, financial help, we started working. And first month we started in this Dibrugarh Koilawata slum area, where we, after the classes, my students went there and they provided free education to the students, the children. They were not students at that time. And the main issue was there, these kids, you can see these kids, they were, drug addict. They were inhaling the dendrites and all the other drugs. So we wanted to bring them to the mainstream and we wanted to enroll them in the government schools and all. So we motivated their parents and we started this free, education.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, your slides are not moving.
Okay, so this is the first slide.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, so the success story of this attempt was we motivated the students, and out of all the students, 60 students enrolled in the government school, and right now they are doing excellent results. Then we thought when we interacted with their mothers and guardians, we found that they can't read, write, or this was the problem. So we started this Mission Mukti in 2014 and took initiative to educate them. At least they can write their names and address, or they can put their signature on the documents. And out of 18 women, 3 of them can, after the classes, 3 of them can write their names and address. This is another success story. Then we started this capacity building in that very area and other small tea garden areas, like using the waste material and making some beautiful showpieces and all. And the success story is this, they did manage to earn 12,000 rupees after selling these items. So the background of the story is this. I mean, we were doing it by all alone. And one fine day, I mean, our honorable vice chancellor sir visited my department, and I requested him to, sit for give his 5 valuable minutes so that I can show other works besides studying what my students are doing, like this, Islam media visits and all. Then he told me that these things university has a social responsibility and these things we need to do. And you people are doing excellent work, and rest is history, because after getting this information, the university signed an MOU with this Ministry of Drinking Water, the District Water and Sanitation Committee, Dibrugarh. Then we signed an MOU with UNICEF. We signed an MOU with the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Cell, IIT Delhi. And we got funding and we started our work. Then we another initiative we have taken. We formed the CHSC, that is College Health and Sanitation Club, in all the Dibrugarh University affiliated colleges in all the district in Upper Assam. And this CHSC members were the respective principals of the colleges, one nodal faculty from any department, the student coordinators, and other students who were interested to join this mission. Then talking about this SDGs 6 and 11, what we have done. Okay. So this is about the meetings we arranged. I mean, the signing of the MOU, and we conducted and organized more than, I mean, it is written over here 40 only, but more than that, we have conducted training and orientation program in the colleges and the nearby schools. Okay. And 8 workshop, other exposure visits to the nearest village or the tea garden areas. And these are some of the glimpses of the meetings we arranged. This is our university
Excuse me, ma'am.
student. Yes.
Ma'am, I guess your screen is freezed, ma'am. Ma'am, your slides are not means not visible from our end. Yeah, ma'am, now it's moving, ma'am.
Yeah. So I am ignoring the slideshow. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So these
Ma'am,
students
can you
are.
take it to presentation view? Sorry.
Let me finish like this only, if it is okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's
Or else
completely
I
fine. You
can-
can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. You can see the slide now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are our NSS student, university students. This is the photo captured after they cleaned the campus. And you can see the UNICEF chief, India chief, visiting our university to take a stock what work we have done. This is UNICEF Assam chief. Then yes, our Dadan honorable chief minister also visited and appreciated our work. This is the expo where we showcased our work in Guwahati. And yes, then Deputy Commissioner Laya Madhuri Madam also, very much helped us and motivated us to carry out our work. This is the low-cost toilet. I mean, it is not that all the villages got, the SBM toilet. Some of them were left. I mean, we motivated them to construct their own, because sanitary toilet is a must to maintain the hygienic condition. So this is the low cost, because they have created this with bamboo walls, and only purchase the pan, and I'm actually in the DO canteen, because today's department is closed, so a bit chaos. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. It's fine.
Yes, ma'am. Completely.
A bit chaotic environment is there. So this is the Bogeyville Bridge. We witnessed that people are littering over there, so we took a Safai Abhijan over there. And this is the drastic challenge we our university student took, and see the before and after pictures. after cleaning the campus. And these are the visit to the nearby schools where we educated or how to wash their hands correctly. So these are taken by the members of our group. And also not only the hand washing, we took demonstrated the menstrual hygiene awareness session also in some of the schools. And these are the glimpses of how the students visited the field get a idea how they are using the toilets or not, they got the toilets or not, what is the condition of their potable water, drinking water condition. This thing they surveyed and they created a report. And one or two incidents were so eye-catching that these toilets are given by the government, and we found that some of the toilets are being used as a worshipping place because they have these mud house and all, and they got these concrete toilets. They kept the idol over there and worship there. Some kept this for storing the valuables like food grains and all. So this was the condition when we visited the field. And then we motivated them. We told them how important is the sanitary toilets and all. When we visited the school, nearby schools and all, we found that they are littering. They don't have the dustbin, so we gifted them the wet and dry and wet bins, and also the water filter for the children. Okay. Not only this, showcase the awareness videos and all to the students in the nearby the schools and colleges. And while my personal experience while traveling from Srinagar to Dibrugarh, when I earlier the Sapon area was so clean. There people were not littering over there. But now you can see heaps of garbages over there. So we took initiative and we distributed the dustbin to the bus owners and motivated them to keep a good dustbin inside the bus so that the commuters use those dustbin and throw the garbage over there. Then we did postering also. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we celebrate the Global Hand Washing Day. Also, we visit the nearby schools, colleges, inside the campus. Also, in university campus, we celebrate this. And you will be shocked. Many doesn't know how to wash their hands scientifically. Then these Sapaya Vijas always we do inside the campus and outside the campus also. Like we surveyed the whole DNB wards and found that there are some designated dustbin, but we need more designated dustbin so that we can keep the city clean. We created this awareness video during COVID about the appropriate behavior, COVID behavior. These are some of the photos of what we have created, best out of West. This is plastic bottle dustbin. These are used tires. These are plastic bottles. These are, the banners. When we conduct some meeting and all, then we threw the banners. Using those used banners, we developed these shopping bags and we distributed it free of cost. These are some of the posters for awareness among the people, among the students. And these are short movies created by us, developed by us on health and hygiene and all. And then about this SDG 12, that is responsible consumption and production, we are doing our best. Like we are saving water. University is using the water efficient appliances like in water tap and toilet flush, etc. And we celebrate Wetland Day. We bring awareness among the student community why the wetlands are important, why to conserve the water. We celebrate World Water Day, etc. Then energy management also pre-Diwali we visit the nearby villages and ask them not to use the Chinese light or brush the crackers because it is polluting the environment. We urge them to use the arden lights which are very eco-friendly. Then these are energy efficient appliances like the tubes are energy efficient. Then there is a smart building in our library. Then we encourage people to use the natural light. Also, natural ventilation should be there so that we need not have to use the artificial light. And this solar power plant you can see in the entire administrative building to generate power. Also in the engineering workshop, Dibrugarh University, and we have a small biogas plant in the DU guest house, and we are planning to, install biogas in all the hostels in near future for a sustainable future. You can say. Then about this SDG 13, that is climate action, what we are doing. This is I have shown you how we are. Encouraging people to use reuse or use the clone everything and make beautiful things, use useful things. This is best out of West. And we not only this, we constructed this bamboo compost bin in the nearby schools where they compost their litters and used for the gardening. Several, competitions we organized in like drawing competition, poetry recitation competition in the nearby school. Then here in the campus itself, we have this composting area. It's a big area, and for the zero waste campus. And then for greenery measurement, we do. In the recent this Art Day, World Art Day, we did plantation drive, and in the nearby schools and colleges, we also go there, visit there, do plantation drive, and bring awareness among the students about the benefits of trees, how we can curtail the carbon emissions, and how we can be the carbon neutral, isn't it? So we celebrate World Earth Day also. And then these are the glimpses my students visited each and every district and make them understand what is the importance of health and hygiene, what is the importance of the pure drinking water, etc. And about the CHS's members, they got the training how to visit the field, what they are going to say when they visit the household, how to motivate the household owner to construct their own toilet or for clean water and all, keep the environment clean. In all the districts they visited and they did this awareness camp and training and all. This is Saraido, Jorhat, Majuli, Kolaghat, Dhemaji, Lakhimpur, and this is other works like she is a victim of witch hunting. We saved her from that, and she is now happy and living a dignified life. Then we saved this person also. He was on the road. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then my students were just having a fun time near the Brahmaputra. When they saw this pharma company owner, he was dumping the expired medicine near the bank. They rushed to the spot and they convinced him to take back all the medicines, expired medicines, because it is harmful for the marine life also, and it is harmful for the human being also. Then we do give things, relief material. You people also should do this because little help also matters during that period. And the important things we can give like soap you can give, sanitary napkins you can give. These are very much essential. Mosquito nets can be given. Mosquito coils, these are very much important. And clothes, more clothes can be given to the people. Okay. Then this is under Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. I mean, we visited the village and we saw the dilapidated condition of the road. And these scraps we got from the university itself. It was a building was demolished near the TN Agro. I mean, then we requested to give all the scraps to us so that we can, repair the road in that village. So this is my student. He is helping the worker, and all the ladies also came, and they also helped. The villagers also helped, and then after repairing the road was like this. Then we are proud. I mean, recipient of the Dibrugarh University is the recipient of Best Key Resource Center in Assam. Then our student received cash award and certificate from Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. And this letter of appreciation we got from the village head where we repaired the road. Okay, this is also a success story. And then last year we got this district green champion award certificate, and it is given by the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, and the other Deputy Commissioner Shri Pallav Gopal Shah, they are registrars. And thank you to my team. They are very hardworking. They are very sincere and motivated people. Because of them only, I can present this success story today. So thank you. And my takeaway message, for you all is if we can adopt at least 1 kilometer around our home or the campus to check the environmental issues or societal issues, then I think we can do so much of work and the world will be a better place to live in. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present my work. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful words on the topic. Your sheer knowledge, experience, and professional expertise have surely enlightened each one of us present here. We all are surely motivated to see so much of good work towards the society and humanity. Talking and creating awareness about the climate, environment, and sustainability is surely the need of the hour. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request Dr. Anish Ben Arfi.
Excuse me, I have to leave. I have to leave the meeting because I have another meeting. I'm extremely sorry for the inconvenience.
It's completely fine, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your presentation.
I will miss Anish's presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moving ahead, I would now like to request Dr. Anish Ben Arfi, our keynote speaker and scholar, to give his speech.
Thanks very much. So, meanwhile, when I get my screen shared here, you guys go ahead in the chat, write your name and your university and how long you have been involved with IEEE site or IEEE in general, just to create some movement in the room and wake you up. All right, let me get my screen shared. I'll select screen 2. Okay, I got this. No. Okay, so you should be able to see my slide by now. Let me go back, start.
Yes.
The beginning. All right, cool. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm truly honored to be joining you today. Let me get my webcam on. just to see you and see me, right? Hello. Yes, so my name is Anis Benarafi. I'm a member of the IEEE site steering committee. I've been serving with the steering committee for 2 years now. As you heard in my bio, I've started as an IEEE site volunteer and was an IEEE site chair in my section in Southern Alberta. Then I took leadership among the region officers as the IEEE Canada Humanitarian Initiatives Committee Chair for 3 years. And now I am serving with basically the global IEEE site, and also I am the chair of the International Humanitarian Technology Conference, which will happen in Canada December this year, 2022. So yeah, I would encourage you to check the IHTC, the International Humanitarian Technology Conference. The website will be live very soon. We're getting all the final details for the conference before we start posting about it. So today I'm joining you to talk about IEEE Site Day. IEEE Site Day is held to foster a spirit of community for the global IEEE site network, increase awareness of IEEE site within IEEE, and promote the opportunity to support IEEE site financially, celebrate the impact of site volunteers and groups, and all the great work you guys are making. So to give you some numbers about the benefit, and imagine if there was an IEEE activity which basically did a survey to give some numbers, and those numbers, which we call the IEEE membership retention, we have 95% were more likely to renew their memberships. 70% they declare that their participation in an event made a strong influence on their chances to renew their memberships. 91% are likely to participate in activities and join your activity again and again. 87% are satisfied with their participation, and also 87% basically will remain as IEEE members. So the good news here is those activities exist. Your current event now is a good example. And these data points, they are actually collected as a subset of an IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee, IEEE site volunteer brainstorming that we did, or like a full data set that we analyzed. And today we want to talk to you more about the IEEE proposition value coming from HAC and site organizational units. So the next slide will basically clarify what's IEEE Humanitarian Activity Committee and what's IEEE site, the Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology. So as you can read the definition, IEEE HAC provides leadership as well as a suite of resources that inspire and enable IEEE volunteers around the world actually to carry and support impactful humanitarian technology and sustainable development activities at the local level. And IEEE site is a subcommittee of HAC and is popular with the projects which are called feet on the ground initiatives, working hand in hand with HAC because most of the funding of site is coming from HAC. And also you can establish partnerships to work in collaboration with underserved communities and local organizations to leverage technology for the greater good and for sustainable development. So those are the two main definitions. And what are the strategic areas of focus? So mainly this is what we call the mission and the vision. And I will elaborate more about those in this slide and the next slide. So what HAC is aiming to do is to raise awareness, provide training, support humanitarian technology, sustainable development, and also being a sustainable development community. So the first one is spreading the word. We have our social media channels, our newsletter, webinars, the YouTube channel, everything. Those how we raise awareness and we reach out to our audience. training, we have a lot of material on IEEE Learning Network, the IEEE ILN. If you go search for that, you will find free courses that you can learn and get certificates from. And we support the projects by giving funds. And also we create the community by bringing together teams and IEEE site groups and also even IEEE regions and technical societies and everyone within IEEE. Okay, so this is mainly what I said, what we developed as a value proposition from HEC. Those are the solutions that we developed since 2017, I would say. We kept building on those, which is the vitality, the learning opportunities, the community building, and also community outreach. And on top of that, we have the access to an ecosystem within IEEE HEC. And we keep increasing our impact and growing our numbers, as you saw. And I will show even further later on how we kept growing throughout the years. So this is mainly the main 5 value propositions that HEC is providing. Similar to IEEE Site, we have also very similar value propositions. So I will give you those numbers before going throughout the value proposition. So the site is a subcommittee and a popular feet on the ground initiative operating with HEC. Site's global network of IEEE volunteers, partnering with underserved communities and local organizations to leverage technology for sustainable development. And those numbers, let's say 28,165 individuals who are currently enrolled as IEEE site members, and they are supposed to also celebrate IEEE Site Day with us, or we call it even IEEE Site Week because we give some flexibility for teams to choose the date. But let's go. Let's say it's happening today all over the world. Okay, and we also encourage to learn because if you check the IEEE site and HEC, we do have an education subcommittee, and they are very active. Actually, they do have learning material. They do have resources basically to create lectures and hands-on activities and everything. And on top of that, they want to build relationships with their own communities and own universities and schools and implement projects, feet on the ground projects or events, which are recurrent. And also we recorded in basically 2011 when we started creating site groups. We started from 54 and from, let's say, let me remember, 2011, we had 24 countries and 55 groups. And today we have 207 site groups established in 54 countries. So I will even show you more graphs with how the IEEE site groups are spread out all over the map, as you can see here, and how we grow throughout the years. Yeah, so similar to the value propositions, these are the benefits of joining site groups, which is the opportunity to learn, develop professional skills, connections and communities with like-minded IEEE members around the world, as well as members from your local community who are not necessarily IEEE members, which we call IEEE site volunteers. So they're not members, but just volunteers. They don't pay IEEE membership. That's basically the difference. And the ultimate goal you would be working on is a greater purpose, a project with an aim, with an impact which is sustainable, and you make mainly a real difference in your community. And with IEEE, you can use your technical skills as engineers and engineering students to give back to your community. And basically, those skills are hard to find, and we are sure that our volunteers have those skills and they can offer them for the service of their community. So in general, you will be an integral part of IEEE, and you use the IEEE site strategic mission to offer educational resources, maintain and equip IEEE members and volunteers, working together to impact your community throughout sustainable development activities. And also, you would be always prepared, always skilled, and you develop your own skills and make a greater positive impact. So those are mainly the main goals of joining an IEEE and putting together an IEEE group. All right, so I'll skip through those quickly. There's not much information, just a few graphs to show you the amount of funding we have provided and the number of projects we have funded. So started 2013, we kept basically improving and growing our reach. So we covered 10 IEEE regions, 92 projects, especially during COVID. We gave special grants for projects. So these are the requirements why how you can get funding and why we should fund you. So you have to have first a technology component. It has to be an engineering related type of project, and you focus on applications which are localized, and you do your research to bring up some novelty in your design, new design and brand new technology. We hope to see that. It's not always the case, but you have to come up with some innovation. And also, these are the challenges, have to be medium to long range. It doesn't have to be first response or a very immediate type of response. We don't do emergency projects. And those are also more requirements, locally driven, be grassroots, bottom up, and have connections with existing IEEE OUs, and you submit your regular report in order to update IEEE with your progress and get your funding rolling, basically. So these are the basically the timeline of applying, getting approved, and the decision you get from the IEEE HEC Project Review Committee. They evaluate your project and inform you if you got approved or not. And then they transfer you the funding, and you start working on your project and report back to them. And basically, if your project is growing, you can even apply again and get evaluated, and the same thing happens. So, and there will be also a very stringent risk management strategy in your project. We don't want you to be liable for doing anything, or we don't want also IEEE's image to be, in the game, let's say. So it can be a bit strict sometimes, depends on the project. If you're building any biomedical equipment, let's say, these could be, harmful in a way that you didn't anticipate. And so it's not easy and it's not difficult at the same time. So it depends on the project. And the review committee are always there to help you and give you directives how you should basically plan your project and how you can elaborate your idea and be impactful and safe at the same time. So these are the funded projects spread out across the map. You see India is very active, there's Pakistan, and some countries in Africa, there's Spain and Italy, Europe, and mainly, I would say, very decent activities in Northern and Latin America. So, but in India, I'm sure there are multiple projects, like 20 or more, so from the 92 projects. All right, so I'll show you a graph about memberships to show you the growth across the years. You see, those are the people who got IEEE site membership today. And these are the new ones, and this is the total. So if you're not an IEEE site member, go ahead and search for site membership. It's free, or whenever you renew your IEEE membership, make sure you have IEEE site in the cart and add it to your cart, have it for free and enjoy it. All right. So these are also some numbers here about the age range and the membership ranges of IEEE site. You see here that the majority is student and grad student members, in addition to young professionals, which is personally, since I was a student, I've been involved, and all the volunteers I've worked with are young volunteers. It's the way it is, I guess. Like students and young professionals have that volunteering notion that they want to develop, which is really influencing these generations. So I'm not surprised to see most of the site volunteers are young and young professionals. We do have also life members, senior members as well. So all the age ranges, but the clear dominance of student and grad student members and young professionals. This is the full network of IEEE site groups here with pins of where they are located in maps. I'm sure there are a bit more than these because in Canada we do have at least 4 site groups here. Not all of them are up to date, I would say. In Tunisia itself, there are 3 groups. 2 of them just opened last month. So yeah, there is a very constant growth and big reach there. So how you want to get involved on IEEE Site Day? Mainly promote IEEE Site Day activities by sharing within your network. Use social media. We have that Facebook group with 22,000, I think, members in it. We have our website, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything. So make sure you share your post there and use the hashtag IEEE Site Day. And even your events on you organize during the year, you can definitely share them and also tag IEEE Site social media accounts. On top of that, you can attend a session like this one if you have time. Many people also will go and support IEEE Site financially. They can even donate to IEEE Foundation and other charities. We do have an IEEE Site Day Trivia Challenge. If you join the Global IEEE Site Day organized by the site officers. And also you can share your story within the global community by reaching out to other site groups, or as I said, you can interact with them on social media. So as I mentioned earlier, if you don't have the membership, just go ahead and get it. Join the IEEE Learning Network. If you just Google IEEE ILN, you would find at least 7 modules from IEEE Site and HAC, where you can learn how to basically run a project, the full financials, the full human resources, the full project management, and all the framing of the mission and goal and all that. You will find courses that will help you with that. And if you're not part of a site group, you can easily submit a petition, have also site volunteers with you, and start your site group. So if you can donate as well, the site fund and IEEE Foundation, and you can also find online the HEC reports that you can read and share. Yeah, and just to finish here, the OUs, the organizational units, can identify opportunities for collaboration with other technical societies, for example, publicize your HEC site opportunities and event, or sponsor and present at the Global Summit, which will be hosted by IEEE HEC. So with that, I come to the end of my slides. Thanks very much for following up with me. If you have any question, I'm happy to take them.
All the participants can ask any question if they have any to Mr. Anish Ben Arfi. I request the participants to ask their queries to Dr. Anish Ben Arfi.
Okay, if there's no questions, that's fine. You can reach out to me. My email is ANIS, and I'll type in the chat. If you have any questions regarding any site funding procedure or any questions about projects, I can help you out with that or get you a reply from IEEE officers. So that's my email there. Yeah, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to support you and help you out. And again, thanks very much for having me. It's really a pleasure to be here today.
Hello, Anish.
Dr. Arfi has given.
Yes.
Yeah, I have one question. Can I go ahead?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So my question is like once we get IEEE site funding, then that will be for a particular duration. So if we want to continue this project further, then how we shall go, or what are the possibilities there are?
So I'll give you a good practice that you can do. So with your site group in your section, if you have, let's say, $200 budget, you can start with a prototype or like a small series of events where you don't really spend too much money, just to gather an active group, show that there is interest, you identified a need and you wanted to address that with your project. Once you show, let's call it the proof of concept, then you would go ahead, apply for site funding, you would have prepared like a full description and very clear steps how you're going to execute your project and all that. If your project is reviewed, and sometimes it could get very competitive in the review process, so let's hope it's approved. You get, let's say, $2,000 to start working on your project. So sometimes you get some unpredictable circumstances, you cannot finish it within 1 year. So you can ask for an extension, or if you need more money, you can apply for a second round from HAC or site. HAC will give you up to $5,000. If your project is growing, needs more funding, definitely you can apply and get those funds. And yeah, as I said, sometimes it gets a bit competitive. You can wait for the next round and apply. Doesn't matter. Personally, when I was a site volunteer, I got rejected many times with my applications, but I ended up getting funded after, let's say, half a year of requesting. So yeah, those things are normal circumstances. Like if you get rejected, you can apply again. You can improve your project a bit more and your application. Yeah, but those, I mean, it's a normal process that you go through. You can ask for extension if the time is an issue.
Thank you for this insight. Actually, I also want to mention that even this funding was also rejected for the first time, and second time we got a funding. And the rejection, actually, it's a learning process for us, because we didn't only get rejection, there were actually comments from the valuable comments actually that actually really helped to get us the funding for the second time. So it's
exactly.
really
the rejection happens to the best of us. So. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you very much for your time. Yeah,
Thanks very much, everybody. I really appreciate it. I have to go to work. I work at 9 a.m. and it's 8:25, so I'll go get ready. And I'll leave you guys. Enjoy your event. Thanks very much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arfi, for your valuable words on the importance and significance of today's day and event, and also for taking out time from your busy schedule and joining us and gracing this event. Dr. Arfi has provided his email address in the chat box. Any participant can reach out to him for any queries regarding its funding and the organization. Thank you. Moving ahead, the initial seed was shown in December 2020 when a group of volunteers visited 5 different schools in underprivileged area. Finally, the students provided feedback and this resulted in our site project eHearts. The IEEE AP-MTTS IIT-Kharagpur volunteers divided into 2 teams, one in Assam and the other in West Bengal. We, the volunteers of IEEE AP-MTTS IIT Kharagpur section, started working on a project from December 2021, which finally came out with flying colors in March 2022, when we, the volunteers, went to Nahakatia and completed the initial training period for the students of Ushapur Higher Secondary School and Taifake High and MP School from 25th to 31st of March. The happiness and satisfaction that we saw in the students when they submitted their projects on the last day of their training is everything that we, the volunteers, could have asked for. I would like to take the privilege of acknowledging everyone who helped us throughout the period with continuous encouragement and guidance. Dr. Vivek Dikshit, Faculty Advisor, IEEE AP-MTTS IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Bivu Datta Shahu, Site Primary Applicant, IEEE AP-MTTS IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Debut Sheth, Chair, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Minal K. Mandal, Vice Chair, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Dipankar Devnath, Secretary, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. R.S. Chakraborty, Treasurer, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Chirodip Vakli, Sec Chair, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Advay Mitra, Sec Chair, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Devashri Gandhia, Site Chair, IEEE Kharagpur Section, Dr. Durle Sonwal, Regional Faculty Advisor, Tezpur University. I would also like to thank a special thanks to all the local organizing committee, Mr. Prashanta Gogoi, Mr. Sufal Kumar, Mrs. Mamoni Sharma Gogoi, Mrs. Dipali Devi, Mrs. Meera Devi. Moving ahead, special thanks to Mr. Anup Sharma, Regional Coordinator, Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi from IEEE Site Team, Ms. Debolina Devnath, Ms. Ananya De, Mr. Satyaprakash from IEEE Site Chapter Team, Hemanga Borthakur, Senior Volunteer, and all the members of IEEE Kharagpur Section, IEEE Site Assam. Thank you for your thorough support. The team has created a video of the past 5 months, which includes all the important days, events, trainings, etc. of the project. I request Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi, the site coordinator and chairperson of IEEE Kharagpur section, to release the video. The video will be released by Ms. Shreya Ghosh, the publicity coordinator. I request her to do the honors. The video was shared by Ms. Devolina Devna, the chapter treasurer. I thank her for sharing the video. We have also prepared a e-lab manual named eHearts Electronics Hobby Hub for technical development in rural areas for the benefit of the students and to help them in their training period beyond this site funding and their projects. This is an advanced manual which helps in coping up with the advancements in technology of the 21st century and to help young minds learn about the basics of electronics and thus use this knowledge and skills for the betterment of humanity through technology. We would love to release the lab manual for public use and not just constrain it to the two schools and ourselves. I request Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi, the site coordinator and chairperson of IEEE Kharagpur section, to release the lab manual. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghna. I'm audible, I guess. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So thank you for this wonderful session. So hereby I have officially releasing the lab manual for eHearts Electronic Hobby Hub for the technical development in rural school. It is really a very nice initiative. This lab manual was designed keeping in mind that the students beyond this site period can use this lab manual as their standard book so that they can test all the designs of like whatever kits that we have provided to the schools. This lab manual was designed with the help of technical volunteers, keeping in mind with all the technical knowledge. It's an do it yourself kind of lab manual. So basically, first of all, let me just run through the components that we have. So in the first part, we have knowledge. We have a basic introduction part where we will there has been discussed about the current voltage and other concepts of electronic education. After that, we have to do experiments on basic electronics that we all are doing right now with the help of the volunteers. And after that, we have a basic of experiments where we have also dealt with electromagnetics, basic electromagnetics. After that, we the third part of it is programming, where we have done like Y programming, the evaluation of processors, C variables, and all of them we are doing in a way that the students can understand and it will be helpful for them. And it is done in a very simple language for the students to cope up with the theory and the practicals that they will be doing while coding with Arduino. And the final part of the lab manual is experiments of sensor interface, where we have given them various sensors and then how to interface them. This manual is not a manual of doing projects. It is not a manual where you will be doing the projects are being written here, but it is a manual where you will be learning how to make a project. It is not it will not be a standard textbook where you will be having like do that and you will be making a project, but rather than here the student will be learning to use various sensors and use their own ideas to make their own project, as we can see as an outcome of this project. Thank you again. Thank you once again for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all. So hereby I release this official lab manual, and it will be distributed to all the schools in which the projects will be there, and it will be available in internet to all the use. And I would also acknowledge all the sources that has been taken from the internet. I would really acknowledge all the sources that have been taken in the internet for this, and it is not to the sell purpose, where it will be a completely to do lab manual that will be free to use, and it can be used for wide publicity to all the schools, and it will be available in internet and can be downloaded and distributed freely, provided that you are not using it for any commercial purposes. And I would like to thank IEEE site for funding this wonderful project. Thank you once again. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi. Moving forward, We have Dr. Durlabh Sonwal, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Tezpur University, Dr. Neot Wenken, Headmaster, Taifaki High and MP School, Namphak Village, Nahorkotia, Mr. Ajit Bora, Principal, Usapur Higher Secondary School, Usagao, Dibrugarh, Dr. Soumya Jyoti Kavi, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Physics, Hisley College, Kharagpur, West Bengal, Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi, Site Coordinator and Chair, Prajakta Sathi, student, IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal, India, among us gracing this event as the webinar special guests. I would like to hand over the session to them and thus request them to start the panel of discussion. Over to you, Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi.
Thank you very much. So first of all, Durlabh Sonwal sir is joining just in a minute, so he's in another meeting, but I have came to know. So now, first of all, I will ask Dr. Wenken, Headmaster of Taifake School, to share his insights. Doctor. Am I audible? Dr. Wenken, are you there in the meeting?
So good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, good evening. So I am the headmaster of Taifake High School. You know all that the Taifake High School is located in the rural area of Namphake village. So the experience we got is very nice, and we get the opportunity to learn a lot of things. Our students, not only students, the guardians and local people are also, they are very happy to see such kind of project. This year I have completed almost 30 years in my teaching profession, but this project is I could not have earlier. So I would like to thanks to Mr. Pallav Gogoi, basically who take the initiative to introduce such kind of project in my schools, because this rural area school, the students, they are also very happy to see such kind of project, and they have learned a lot of things, a lot of new knowledge they have learned, new education knowledge they had practiced from your faculty members and all the your teamworks. So I hope in future also that our students and all the community members will get benefits from this project, and hopefully we could meet again regarding all this project. And basically thank you very much for the Durlabh Sonwal sir and the Pallav Gogoi and all the team members who help all my students who that introduce all such kind of project in my schools. Thank you very much, and I really very happy with this project in my schools. Hope in future also that we will get a lot of opportunity to get, and my student also will get such kind of opportunity to learn some new knowledge from your project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful comments. Now I would ask Dr. Durlabh Sonwal sir to talk about the need for technical education in rural schools. Dr. Sonwal.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm extremely very sorry. Actually, the meeting was going on with the Honorable Vice Chancellor, so I could not join in time. Respected members of the panel, let me first thank you all, especially IEEE Kolkata section, for considering myself as a part of the team of this novel mission. I think Dr. Lincoln Sir, headmaster from Taifake High School, Namrop, has already spoken about our opportunities that are provided by this IEEE, this section, this part. I will not take much time. In this modern area, it is almost impossible to survive without technology. So we can see in every steps of our daily life that how we are directly or indirectly dependent on technology. We can also see how technology has changed our quality of living. So the role of technical education is very important, especially to create skilled human resource for this nation. IEEE this plays a vital role in the transferring technical education, not only mainly in the advanced level, but also in the fundamental level as well. So we are very thankful to this IEEE site project and for taking such initiatives in our native place with a novel mission to provide technical learning opportunities to each and every one of our society, which is very important. So with this few words, I would like to hear from our respective panel members. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ajit, sir?
Hello.
Hi, sir. Sir, apuni kobo pare.
Good evening to everybody. IEEE আজি সাইড ডে উপলক্ষে আমি সকলোকে উষা প্ৰস্তাৱ বিলাকৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আন্তৰিক জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ আৰু লগতে IEEE তৰফৰ পৰা যিকেইজন ব্যক্তি আহি আমাৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকলক শিক্ষা প্ৰদান কৰিলে, বিশেষকৈ নাহকটীয়াৰ প্ৰশান্ত গগৈ পুত্ৰ পল্লৱ গগৈ, লগতে প্ৰশান্ত গগৈৰ পুত্ৰ পল্লৱ গগৈ, সুৰজ, হেমাংগ, দীপজ্যোতি, স্বস্তি প্ৰসাদ, অনুপ, উৎকল, গিৰীন্দ্ৰ, য়াকজ্যোতি, আমি সকলোকে বিদ্যালয়ৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আন্তৰিক ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ আৰু আমি লক্ষ্য কৰিছোঁ যে এই যি 5 দিনীয়া বিজ্ঞান বিষয়ক পাঠদান হ'ল যোৱা 26 মাৰ্চৰ পৰা 30 মাৰ্চলৈকে, তাৰ পাছত আমাৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকলৰ বিজ্ঞানৰ প্ৰতি হাবিয়াসটো খুব বেছি বৃদ্ধি হৈছে। এতিয়া মোৰ লগত দুজন ষ্টুডেণ্ট বহি আছে, তেওঁলোকে আজিৰ যিটো প্ৰগ্ৰেম খুব আগ্ৰহেৰে চাই আছিলে, সেয়া শেষবাৰ ফৰ্মখন মোৰ লগত আছে আৰু লগতে মই জনাবলৈ পাই ভাল পাম যে আমাৰ ছাত্ৰ ছাত্ৰীসকল আমাৰ যি সাধাৰণ এটা লেবৰেটৰী আছে, সেই লেবৰেটৰীত ৰাতি 7টা 8টা বজা পৰ্যন্ত তেওঁলোকে থাকে আৰু তেওঁলোকে আপোনালোকে শিকোৱা যি সৰু সৰু আৰ্হি বা মডেল তেওঁলোকে অনবৰত লাগি থাকে আৰু তেওঁলোকে তাৰ এটা সাকাৰ ৰূপ দিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰে। তেওঁলোকে বিশেষকৈ স্মাৰ্ট ডাষ্টবিন, হাৰ্টবিট চেঞ্চৰ, থাৰ্ড আই আৰু স্মাৰ্ট কাৰ্টেনাৰ ইত্যাদি সৰু সৰু কিছুমান প্ৰজেক্ট ইতিমধ্যে বনাইছে আৰু তেওঁলোকে খুবেই আগ্ৰহী আৰু মই ভাবিছোঁ যে তেওঁলোকে যদি এনেধৰণে লাগি থাকে ভৱিষ্যতে তেওঁলোকে বিজ্ঞানৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত যথেষ্ট আগবাঢ়িব পাৰিব আৰু এই ক্ষেত্ৰত IIT খড়গপুৰ লগতে ডিব্ৰুগড় বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ ইলেক্ট্ৰনিক বিভাগৰ যিসকল ছাত্ৰই আমাক সহায় কৰিলে সকলোকে মই আন্তৰিক ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ আৰু IEEE সফলতা কামনা কৰিছোঁ। সকলোকে পুনৰবাৰ ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। শুভৰাত্ৰি।
ধন্যবাদ স্যার। দুৰ্লভ স্যার, আপুনি কিবা এড কৰিব বিচাৰিছে ইয়াত ছাৰে কোৱা কিছু পইণ্টত?
ছাৰে কথাখিনি কৈছে তাত তেনেকৈ খুব ভাল লাগিছে তেওঁলোকে এতিয়াও এনেকুৱা স্কুল লেভেলতে তেওঁলোকে ইমান ধুনীয়াকৈ ইমান সময়লৈকে তেওঁলোকে কাম কৰি আছে এইটো খুব প্ৰশংসনীয় কথা আমাৰ ল'ৰাবিলাকে এতিয়াও যদি তেনেকৈ শিকি লয় বা তেনেকুৱা যিটো আগ্ৰহ সেইটো দেখুৱাইছে অতি ভাল তেওঁলোকে আগলৈ আৰু তেওঁলোকে ভাল কৰিব পাৰিব
নিশ্চয় নিশ্চয় ধন্যবাদ স্যার নাও I would ask Dr. Kavi from Hijli College to present his discussion. Yeah, Dr.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
Yes.
So good afternoon to all the dignitaries. I am from Hijli College, Kharagpur. Our college is located in a rural area nearby IIT Kharagpur. The financial condition of the people residing in the nearby villages is very weak. Our college was established by former director of IIT Kharagpur, Professor G.A. Sannal, to impart the quality education to the socially and economically underprivileged students of the nearby localities. So when Pallav Kumar Gogoi, the site chair of the IEEE Student Branch chapter of IIT Kharagpur, contacted me to offer a training program for our students, we all the faculties were very happy in the sense because the mission of our college is to impart the education to the underprivileged students. So this initiative will really fulfill the mission of our college. This particular program has got wide popularity in our college. Total 52 students from different departments participated in the ongoing training program, and recently I interacted with the students. I asked for the feedback, so they said that they are really enjoying the program. The quality of the teaching is outstanding. Teachers are clearing all the doubts or queries raised by the students, and the students are also practicing their projects in the laboratory that has been set up by the IEEE IIT Kharagpur section. I just have only one suggestion on behalf of the students. This particular program has got so wide popularity, that is more number of students want to join. But I already discussed with Pallav, because there are limited number of kids, and our lab is also very small. So in this first phase, we cannot accommodate to a large number of students, but I would request the IEEE Student Branch chapter to either extend this project after June, or you may also write a new project, because more students want to join in this particular training program. In brief, I can say that our students are really enjoying this program, and I convey my thanks to the IEEE Student Branch chapter of IIT Kharagpur for their initiative.
Thank you very much for your kind words. So at the end, I would ask our student branch vice chair, who has also been in past chair of AP-MTTS SBC IIT Kharagpur, Ms. Prajakta Sathe, to give her final comments.
Yeah. Good evening to all, and thank you, Pallav. So this whole event, like whatever we have been doing since I think 2019, so whole workshops held at Assam. So there were many people involved, like Anup, he is from Assam, and then Devalina from this Kharagpur chapter, Pallav. So many of them have come up with this idea, and we have successfully implemented it even in the COVID scenario. So like hats off to all the volunteer spirit and their continuous volunteering, and also whatever we have been doing here at Hijli College. So that is also commendable, and we are getting very good response from the students. So thanks all actually teachers and professors from colleges to show their interest and give us a platform to bridge this difference. So we really thank you, all of you, and thanks a lot for IEEE site. So this has been happened because of the site funding, and so because of that we could have managed to do this program. So thanks to all, and also I would encourage new students from all these colleges, and students also from schools to come forward and be a part of IEEE and join societies. So it will help you in the long term to get various scholarships, fundings for your further education, and it will help you in the long term to grow also and to do the networking. So yeah, so thank you, Pallav, once again. Hand over to you. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your wonderful comments, Prajakta. So I think so we can end the session for the panel discussion, and I would also like to thank specifically all the school principals and the school authorities that have been involved. Actually, it was really helpful, specifically Mr. Ajit Bora, Dr. Wenken, Dr. Kabi, because they have been very much enthusiastic. It's completely dependent on the school authorities to accept us. They have been really helpful in each and every fact, like providing lunch to the volunteers, providing all the required facilities, whatever it is needed for us to facilitate actually. So it was quite nice. So just before ending this panel discussion session, I would ask everyone to actually switch on their cameras so that we could take a nice photograph of everyone. Everyone, please. Meghna, could you say everyone?
I request all the participants to switch on their cameras to take a screenshot.
Yes, volunteers,
I
please.
request everyone.
Volunteers, you
I
can
request all the participants.
Debolina, you can stop sharing the screen now so that we can take some photos. Yeah. Yeah.
Please turn on your cameras and stay for a few minutes or seconds so that we can take the screenshots.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Everyone can turn their cameras off. Thank you so much, thank you so much, Dr. Sonwal, Dr. Wenken, Mr. Bora, Dr. Kavi, and Ms. Prajakta for participating in the panel of discussion and sharing your views and experiences with us. It was a pleasure hearing from all of you. Special thanks to Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi for carrying out the panel of discussion smoothly. I would now like to request Vasti Mohan, my fellow volunteer, to share his volunteering experience in this organization with all of us.
Thank you, Meghna. Thank you, Meghna, and good evening, everyone. Esteemed guests and all the volunteers and participants present here. First of all, it was an honor to have Dr. Shukla Sarji and Dr. Anis Ben Arfi as a guest speaker on this special day of IEEE today. I got involved in IEEE through Mr. Anup Sharma and Mr. Hemango Bodhakur, who were the seniors of our Electronics and Communication Department of the Dibu University. So after joining, we met Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi. The way he used to guide us during the online meets were really very encouraging, and even Mr. Hemango and Mr. Anup's guidance and mentorship helped us in learning many new things. So before the commencement of the event in schools, all the preparations that we did, like working on the lab manual, the project interfacing, the meetings that we did every night and all the other stuff that we did had not only helped us in growing as an engineer, but also helped us in our overall development. So the event that we took part in both these schools was really a good one, and the memories that we made with the locals, teachers, and the children of the school had an enduring impression on all of us. And every day with the children was different and exciting, and we worked on different tasks with these students, and they never got bored. The children used to cooperate even if it was late for home, and this spirit of this young minds, kept us going, which contributes a lot to accomplish the milestone of this program. Kids come to the classroom excited to learn, because when you make lessons more fun and enjoyable, and there is really nothing better than seeing these students eager to learn. I think reading about a topic is great, but putting it into action is even better. So we often saw that the kids were excited to tell their parents about the skills they learned and the projects they did. And yes,
Thank you, Swasti Mohan, for sharing your experience. Being a fellow volunteer, I relate to everything you said and will always look forward for more such amazing experiences. This brings us to the end of this special webinar. I would request Mr. Hemango Bhattakur, Senior Volunteer, to give a vote of thanks and mark the end of this event. Thank you. Good night.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening to one and all present here. Respected Dr. Vivek Dixit, Assistant Professor, Electronics and Electrical Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. Honorable guest speakers, Dr. Shukla Acharji, Assistant Professor of Department of Geography, Dibrugarh University, and Dr. Anis Ben Arfi, Member of IEEE Sites Training Committee. Respected Durla Sunwal Sir, Assistant Professor of ECE, Tezpur University. Dr. Niyot Winken, Headmaster of Taifake High and MP School. Mr. Ajit Bora, Principal, Usapur High Secondary School. Dr. Soumyajyoti Kabi, Assistant Professor and HOD of Physics Department, Hijli College, and all the participants present here. It is such an honor for me to get the opportunity to thank you all dignitaries. On behalf of the IEEE Site Committee and volunteers, I would like to express my gratitude to all the esteemed delegates of the webinar to take out time from their busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words on this special day. A special thanks to Mr. Pallav Kumar Gogoi, Coordinator IEEE Site, for providing immense support to make the webinar successful. I must thank the organizing team, volunteers for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. I congratulate all the participants as well for their active participation. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my junior, Miss Meghna Das, for hosting this event beautifully and making it a successful one. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you.
Mr. Pallav Gogoi. So this is the end of this webinar.
Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are. Bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you so much.
It's a